Okay, Libra. This is going to be just a it's going to be a general reading for you guys for this upcoming week. I do recordings for TikTok too, and sometimes I get confused with who I'm talking to, like if it's TikTok audience or YouTube audience. But all right. So we're going to start off here with this Chinese fortune cookie oracle. Okay. And it is friendship. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Okay. And I am using a new deck this week. Okay, so for Libra, for this upcoming week. And at the end, if you guys liked it, if you want to give it a like, that would be cool. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would really appreciate that. And some of you guys might know, especially if you watch my channel, that every sign has a power color, and yours is pink. Okay. So there are water signs here, fire signs, air signs here. And there's not a sign that really stands out more than the other. You have a lot of fire and air here, though. Okay, just looking at the cards here for a second. Okay, so you start off here with the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is usually, it's about being swept off your feet in intense emotional experiences. And it can be a knight in shining armor. So, but in this position, I'm trying to figure out if it's saying that you are the knight in shining armor, or if maybe you were swept off your feet, or maybe somebody was being romantic, or maybe you are, so like romance and flirtations. And next to it is the Tower card, which is like a crossing issue here. And what I'm trying to figure out here, looking at the cards, is it looks like, for some of you at least, that maybe you were swept off your feet with somebody, and then something happened with that, and it looks like you're tired and feel like you're working maybe too hard on the relationship, or working too hard on, or putting in a lot of effort, and maybe not getting as much back as you want, and just looks like it's tiring. But anyways, that's for some of you. I'm going to go through each card, but that's what I'm getting for the first two. And now for others of you, it could be that you're waiting on that knight in shining armor. Maybe you're going through some kind of transformation, or maybe there's been a lot of changes. Maybe even could be a major life event, or it could be something small. But it looks like there are some changes or transformations happening. I guess that something could have happened here with a relationship here, or with a person here. The Tower, because that's about, the sudden changes and transformation, chaos, but it's usually turbulence that leads to beneficial outcomes. Oh, and you do have actually 2 ones here, and that's about new beginnings. So we went through the Knight of Cups, talked about the Tower, and next is the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is about new opportunities. So it can be new adventure, it could be like a new job, it could be a new relationship, it could be something new. But it does say to take action and be bold, and take the initiative. Next here you have the Ten of Wands. So with that, it is about, like I said, maybe you feel like you're working too hard, either in the relationship or on something. Working too hard or working too many hours or putting in a lot of effort. And some of you might be feeling overburdened or under pressure. And looks like there could have, been disappointment here. Something went on. But it does say also just to try to find some balance. And also just be careful, because if there might have been a lot of stress here, like, because if you're working too hard, too many hours, it can lead to stress. Stress can lead to health issues. So it just says, be careful. Try to find some balance here. Next here you have the Six of Swords. So that shows the end of challenging times. So it shows that things are looking up. So it looks like there'll be improvements, either now or coming to you. Well, this is a near future, so this card position. So it looks like it will, the end of challenging times, and things will be looking up for you. And for some, it might be travel or relocation. But it does say to cut your losses and move on. Whatever happened over here, and just try to move on from it. Next here you have the Nine of Swords. And that shows anxiety, stress. I mentioned stress over here. Anxiety and stress and sleepless nights for some of you. But if you can find a way to let go, that would be good. Try to refocus your thoughts. Because again, it comes up as in, if you are obsessing over something or having this, some of you might be expecting the worst, kind of like, but it says it's unfound fear. And this obsessing, if there's obsessing, it can lead to illness. So just be careful. Too much stress, too much anxiety. I mean, shoot, we can all use some balance and find ways to let go of things. Okay, next here you do have the Ace of Cups. So that does show new emotional experiences. So it shows new love. So it is a chance to start over. And for others, it does say an emotional issue has been resolved. So for some of you, you're going to start over new. And for others of you, whatever went on looks like maybe it does get resolved, whatever this issue is. But again, it is emotional happiness. And also, there can be wonderful coincidences out of the blue that happened. It also shows, represents psychic abilities. And for a couple of you, it might even be a new home. Next here, you have the Queen of Swords. And that is about inner strength and being strong and independent. And a lot of you can be, it generally represents a mature single woman who's either widowed or divorced. But it does not have to be. So if you're a male, it doesn't mean that, you're a mature single woman. So it can come across that you're a mature single person. And usually divorced, but you don't have to be. But it does show that you're witty, and you see the humor in difficult situations. And a lot of you are focusing on your career right now, too. And again, your intuition, I mentioned the psychic abilities, it shows that your intuition is keen. It also shows that you're not emotionally needy. Some of you might even want a little bit more in life. And with the next card here, there's a Three of Wands. That shows successful first steps. So initial success. But it does say keep planning, keep moving forward. And it can also represent travel and or also foreign lands. So when it says you want a little bit more in life, maybe you want to travel to a foreign land. Maybe you want to get away from this stress. Maybe you're planning a trip. Or maybe you want, you know, to go somewhere, like to a foreign land. Okay, so I'm going to pull an extra oracle card here. Okay, and it says a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Okay. Alright guys, so again, if you like this, if you want to give it a like, that would be cool. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would really appreciate that. Alright you guys, thanks a lot.